Hey, this is Mr. Coker with Algebra Lesson 1-2, Factoring Quadratics when a is greater than 1. In the last video I made, I talked about factoring quadratics when a equals 1, and that's pretty simple. Factoring quadratics when a is greater than 1 is a little bit more difficult. So let me show you what I mean. To begin with, here's a quadratic expression that says 2x to the second, or 2x squared, plus 15x plus 7. The first thing I want to do is label a, b, and c. And you'll probably, for the most part, do this mentally, but I'm going to label it for our video. A is the coefficient of x squared. Previously, there wasn't a number there because a equaled 1. Now that it's a number, we have to label that, and we have 2. The b value is the coefficient of x, which is 15 in this case, and then c is the constant, in this case 7. Once we have a, b, and c labeled, we're going to make an x. And with the x, we're going to start by putting a times c up top. So we have 2 times 7, which is 14, and that goes up top. In the bottom, we're going to put the b value, which is 15. From here, we're going to treat it the same way we did when a equaled 1, in the sense that we're going to find two numbers that multiply to 14 and add to 15. So we're finding the factors of 14. Factors of 14 are 1 times 14 and 2 times 7. And we're going to add, now that we have the factors, we're going to add them together and see which one gives us 15. Well, 1 plus 14, if we change this to a plus, equals 15, which is the numbers we're looking for. So I'm going to put 1, and let me put it in black to stay consistent. We're going to do 1 and 14. Notice I wrote it a little bit small because we're almost done, but before we're finished, we don't, in this case, we're not just taking x plus 1 and x plus 14, because remember we had the 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a fraction. We're going to take the a value and put it on bottom of the fraction. And I like to go ahead and put the variable next to it, just to make it easier to remember that we're going to put 2x. So we have 1 over 2x and 14 over 2x. Hopefully you notice one of those two can be simplified. So 1 over 2 is good, that's simplified. 1 over 2 cannot be simplified. I'm going to circle that because that's going to be one parentheses. One of our sets of parentheses. We're going to have 2x plus 1. And then times, and here 14 divided by 2 is 7. So we can divide this or simplify it, and we get 7. Now we want to keep it as a fraction, so I'm going to do 7 over 1. I'm going to put 1x. And now this is our second fraction. And I'm going to write 1x. You don't have to put 1x, but I'm going to just to try to stay consistent. And here's our answer. So our answer is going to be 2x plus 1 in one parentheses. And in the second parentheses, 1x plus 7. So it works basically the same as when a is equal to 1, but the differences are that we're going to do a times c, which is 2 times 7, and then we're also going to do, and then we do a same process, factors, and then see which pair of factors adds to this number. And then we're going to take the a value and put it underneath in a fraction. And that's it. So hopefully you can see that it might look complicated, but as long as you have the X method, you'll be good. So thanks for watching.